from Knit Happens Teesside for the 29th week of 2025. Ooh, the other night at knitting, Helen was having a little touch of Christmas in July. I'm just pulling this back. It was for a cushion, but I made it quite a number of years ago and never made it into the cushion. The fronts are quite nice, but then again, it won't go in any of the rooms in my house. This is ideal colour to use for something I've got planned. Where was I? Helen. It's too blooming warm. Helen was having Christmas in July. A little touch of it. You know, last week she finished off 2 of her projects. Well, this is another project, and it is Christmas baubles using sparkly glittery yarn. Aren't they great? So I think she's on a finishing mission. I think that's what she's doing. I'm just pulling this back. Did I tell you? It's earmarked for, it's the perfect pink for something I've got planned. So, trying not to buy yarn. Jill has finished her turquoise top that I showed you last week and started on some more knitting. I was working on my Absinthe with Van Gogh by Raven Stitch Studios. It'll all be in there. Now I've got past the, would be the midpoint, but I think this is going to be a larger shawl. It's kind of, I could have done it on a larger needle, but I chose not to. I don't like things too gappy, but actually even that isn't very gappy. I think that was just done on a 3mm. There's quite a lot of clutter arrived in this room because I've had to clear out the spare bedroom. Just wondering if I've got anything like a fan. I thought I was alright, and I've been rushing up and downstairs getting all my bits together to show you, and then I go down for one thing and then I come back and I think, oh, I'll have to show you this, and I go down for another thing and then I think, oh, I'll have to show them this. Right, so Absinthe. I have got past the centre mark and I have started with my new colour, only I haven't done very much. It's great because it's one of those yarns where you're getting little pops of colour within your row. So as you're stitching, you're getting different, you know, different colours are coming up. I'm not sure about the black, and I can't wait to see when it's in this stitch, like when it's just all one yarn, how the colour's going to go. Hopefully it'll look complementary and not like messy, because I don't know if hand dyers are dyeing yarn like this. I mean, it looked great in the skein, and then you put it in the cake and it's a little bit messy. And then, well, this isn't intended for socks because it's a single, it's single ply, so it must be intended for shawls, but I haven't seen it knitted up, so that's always interesting to see, isn't it, how the colours are going to lie when you get a block of them. At the moment, Tour De Fleece is sort of winning on the time, on my time. I'm doing more Tour De Fleece than water. I'm doing more Tour De Fleece than I am doing knitting at the moment, but then it'll go back. Now this week I have completely forgotten to let you know all about Shark Week. It's kind of crept up on me. Now Shark Week is hosted by politically incorrect knitters, and you have to make something within a week. It should be a bit of a challenge, i.e. not something that you could make in a day, and you have to get it finished by the end of the week, and it runs Sunday to Sunday, 20th of July to the 28th, and if you don't get it finished, the shark gets it. And you would register. If you go on their Instagram, I think there'll be information for what to do about that. Now, I still haven't got anything planned, but I was thinking of doing an emotional support chicken for my granddaughter, because I thought if I do like a smaller one, it'll be cuddly and a nice shape to cuddle. That's what I was thinking. So I might make one, but I can't sort that out today. I've got too much on. And today is actually Sunday, the starting day. Right, so this is getting unravelled. And I think I'm going to have to maybe rinse it and dry it again. So what has been happening around here is spinning. Though, you see, one night it was quite late and I realised that I hadn't done any. So I thought I'll have to do some, because I'm doing, the aim is to spin, no matter how much or little, at least every day. And I must say it's been really good. I got on the spinning wheel and I thought, well, I'll have to do some. And I was in a bit of a I was about to go to bed. I've got thread stuck in this, stopping it unravelling. I was about to go to bed and realised I hadn't done any spinning, so what I did was sat down and started drawing and spinning, and something just clicked. Now I do a short backward draw, but I really fancy, a woolen spun. I like a woolen spun, but it's a bit of a skill, isn't it? And I think the preparation's not right for that anyway, that I've got, because it's like comb tops that I've got. So I was drawing it out a little bit further, and it's a little bit more uneven, but it's going so much faster. Really, I suppose it's 3 times faster if I'm going 3 times instead of doing a little bit. So yeah, it's getting there. So this is what I have spun this week, and actually it doesn't look that uneven. It's not bad, is it? On the Ashford Joy, which is absolutely great because it's just at the right height for the sofa, and that was the intention in the first place. So it's even got a bit of squish on the spool, which I'm thinking that's good. Now I'm not sure of the gauge of this, but the previous skeins of all the same fleece, I think it was merino tops. You see, I'm a bit I can really concentrate on a pattern or on a lace graph or things like that, but when it comes to the fine details of what the actual fleece is, well, it doesn't come with labels, does it? And I must start writing down what things are. I didn't even buy it that long ago. So the first skein I did show you, and that's that one. And then the second skein I did show you, and that's that one. And then the third colour I've chosen to spin is this. But I do have a few different pinks on the way, and a lilac that I can remember. I think this might be finer, but we'll see. And I'll try as hard as I can to make one project with them all. I haven't measured. I have before, previously I have measured how much is on a scale. And I could do. When I get round to putting it all together, I'll probably have to see how much I've got. But I do love pink and orange together, as you might have noticed. I'm having a very pink and orange phase. Everything I've shown you is pink or orange. Oh well, yellow. That's not finished yet, so I'm still spinning, but this week would be spinning and knitting something in a week, which I think I can do if I don't do too much spinning, or if I knit something and then go back to spinning. No, I can't do that because I've got to spin every day. Right, so the thing I've got to show you this week is in the current issue of Blocked magazine. And it is, oh, I forgot the name of it, what they were called. Suffragette colours. Lovely mitt. But what this pattern was really pleasant to do and would be really good, you know, like on the front of a cardigan or something like that, or tank top, vest, or you know, it's well suited to fair isle knitting. It was very straightforward, and then this one was a little bit more, which way does it go? This one was a little bit more tricky, especially when you got round here, you know, reading the graph. But it's effective, isn't it? So that's in the Blocked magazines. Also a kind of turfy hat with dinosaurs and things on it. I shall, rather than looking them up now, I shall put them on the screen, the names of them. So this is knitted with Jameson's, and the colour of my purple is called Violet. Now this is my first attempt at ladderback. Ladderback jacquard, because it was puckering at the beginning. It was a little bit puckering around here, because I was because it's big blocks of colour, it kind of puckered in between, and this sort of motif went a lot more unpuckered once I used the ladderback. So that's that. Right then, is that it? I'm just drinking water. Did I tell you? I've already told you, haven't I? Talking about water, I've got a daughter who's a bit of a, wants to try everything, and she did where we live, we have a dip where people go in the sea every day, every morning at 8 o'clock. All year round, and she did do it in the cold weather, but now it's warm weather. At the end of the day, it's ideal to just go in the water. So I haven't been donning a bikini or a swimming costume. I've been wearing kind of leggings and a vest top or similar things. And it's just a lovely, refreshing end of the day. And if it wasn't for my daughter, I wouldn't be going down on my own and getting in the water. I would paddle, but I wouldn't sort of get right in. So the other night we went down and we had the dogs with us, and it's quite a level sloping away. It's not like a deep, it doesn't get deep quickly, our sea. So we had to go quite a way out, and we could still stand up. And we could float about, but it looked a long way to the dogs. And the dogs were really, really good. I mean, Lottie's pretty chill. If you just drop her lead, she will stand wherever you've dropped it, even if you walk off. And it's not training, it's just Lottie. It's just how she is. She hasn't particularly been trained to stay, but she would stop if I told her to. So she just waited by the shoes, and Roxy ran up and down a little bit. But then she calmed down and she found a ball, and she was very pleased with herself because she'd found a ball. So we had a float about, and there was, I mean, I've been in 3 times now recently. And the second time there was sort of, the sea had been in all day and there was like warm currents, which in our sea, the North Sea, is not really what you normally get. But it was still refreshing, but actually it could be colder. It could be colder, because at the moment you can walk home without feeling shivery, which is really something. Oh, I just thought of something else while I was talking. I thought of something else to tell you. Oh, the cat. So I have this contraption. Oh, sorry if it rattled on my microphone. I have this contraption, and when a moth hits it, it goes bang. It's like a firework going off. And sometimes if it flutters, it was like bang, bang, bang. Anyway, the other night, it went 4 bangs. You don't need to hear me doing that again. And then it was downstairs. I'd left it on and gone to bed. And it went bang, 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 bang. And then I heard dudum. And if you've got a cat, you know what that sound is. Especially if you've got a hefty cat. Dudum. Off the sofa and then do, 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 up the stairs. And then she jumps on the bed. And she doesn't normally do that. And I think she must have got a fright. I mean, you would, wouldn't you? And then the other night, we were sitting downstairs doing this. Actually, it was it this lot or the lot before? I had trying to show me thumbs as well. Make orange great again. I had a late birthday present for my daughter. Well, they just came late. And we've been doing nail salons. And they're the powders, and I must say, very much better than the polish that you put on and you stick your fingers in under the lights. I'm fine to not have my nails done. I don't have them done all the time. But what I do have is weak nails, and they do. If I bang my finger on something, my nail will snap. So it's nice to have like harder nails. That is nice.
Because it just snap all the time. Especially my index fingers. Well, maybe not because my index fingers are just rubbish, absolute rubbish nails. I think it's because of all the things that I do, because I'm busy all the time, I'm working all the time, pulling things, and I do gardening and housework, and I don't know, I just haven't got the nails for it.
So we were downstairs doing our nails. That went on a bit, didn't it? And I left that upstairs in this room, and it was going boom, 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 bang, bang, bang. So they're around, but I have seen less. I've been seeing less moths, and all this stuff in here that came from another room because someone's staying in the other room. Haven't been through every bag yet, but the things I have been through don't have moths in, unless the tiny eggs that I haven't seen. And I have filled my boxes, totes, do you call them? And I've got one of the really big ones full of patchwork fabrics, and I still have patchwork fabrics that aren't in there. And I have filled one with woolen fabrics, and I still have wool fabrics, but maybe not so many. So that all my wool's more or less gone in one. I do need to throw fabrics out. I do need to start sewing for myself more, because I don't really. And I've got all these gorgeous wools and gorgeous linens, but the linens are still in this cupboard here, which I think I should clear out. I've been through all my quilting fabrics. Now I have this cupboard. You'll have seen it. It's in the background on my videos all the time. And in here, I don't know if it's been closed all the time, I have lots of fabric. So I've dug out, these are linens. I suppose it's a natural fibre, but I think that the moths really like wool. So I've put these wools, I've got all my quilting fabrics in one of them large tubs, and now I'm starting with the wool in another one. I've got some really nice linen. So I can get more organised in here. if I get the wool out and put that somewhere else. Some of these are wools, but I'm not quite sure how pure wool they are. And I know that's a silk, a linen silk mix. Bought it years ago to make a jacket that I never made. These are sort of a woolly, but not that woolly. Not as nice as these ones here. These are really good wool. We've even got look, we've got says pure new wool on this one. I don't think the others say anything. I'm not sure about this one, whether it's wool or cotton. I think it might be brushed cotton. And then, because I do have a surplus of books, and there's a big, it's like a display cabinet really. There's a bottom cupboard, and then there's the glass doors, and the bottom shelf where the glass door is there is a good height for all your sort of knitting, crafting books. You know, when you get really big ones that don't fit on bookshelves and things, they will fit in there. And I had them in there before, but then needed it for fabric. Realistically, how much fabric I can get through using while I am not retired is a mere fraction of what I own. Tiny fraction. So yes, I need to go through it, and it's so hard, isn't it? Because you think you've got children now, you've got grandchildren. Will they want fancy dress costumes? Because I've got some weird and wacky colours and fabrics, and you know, you get rid of it, and then you need it for something. So I'll have to be quite strict with myself and see what I can get shot of. Because if you buy a container and fill it, and then you buy another container, or you find a bag and you shove a load of fabric in there, and then I've got another bag and I've shoved a load of fabric in there, and that's what's happened. And then old denim, because I love using patchwork fabrics alongside old denim. So I think that's about it for waffle, and if I can cope with it, you might see me going in the sea. It shouldn't be too uncomfortable for you. So more news. Oh, before I go, Fee made a shawl and she sent us a picture. That's great, isn't it? I don't know what she's starting next, but she is a bit of a shawl monster. Fee makes lots of shawls, but not usually crochet. She's been doing a lot of crochet lately because she did that sort of blanket as well, didn't she? So let's see what she does next. And you'll see next week whether I did Shark Week or not. And by the time you see my video, Shark Week will be finished. So if you're doing Shark Week, good luck with that. And if you're doing the Tour De Fleece, I hope you're enjoying it and your spinning is getting better like mine is, because I can't really teach you much about spinning because I'm learning it all myself. And I think if you want to know, that's not the kind of video that I can do for you, especially at the moment. And there are experts out there who are going to tell you far better than I can how to go about things. So more news, maybe, next week. What are you doing?
Oh, went to Oldham, got some yarn.